I think it'll time itself up
Oh
and
my
be
gosh,
good.
it is.
Look at that. I think I found us. Maybe not. Who knows?
No. Okay.
Either way,
This
I'm getting
says live
stoned. You ain't
again on
stopping me.
YouTube. I hit go. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. This says live. This says loading. Live and loading. Loading. Are we live? The little button. Come on.
All right, dabs up. Going in. Gelato time.
It's still not going live on my end. Are we live? I don't know what's going on.
Just roll with the flow.
Oh, we rolling all right. Why is it not loading? So this one just says set reminder on my YouTube channel. Maybe I have to turn that one off.
Let's find out. It's a what a learning experience. This moment, I want to say, to involve technology
Said
somehow,
it
but
timed out
technology gets the
again.
win. Find out. Oh, there's me. Holy smokes. Me squared.
Done. Redirecting to YouTube. Are we live now?
Ooh, live or not, that was a good dab. I tell you, I think you should get one in. I think you should get a dab loaded right up. I think YouTube will figure itself out. Whew, that gelato is kicking me.
Okay, I think we finally got it. I think it's finally there. Oh my gosh, this was difficult today.
See, I told
Live.
you. I
We
told you.
finally are live. Hello, Lobster. Hello. Hello, Red. Hello, Sammy. Good morning, you all. Finally, I get to say good morning to all my amazing chat people out there. How are you today? Wow, it's been a difficult one today.
Who wants to sign
Hey.
up to edit the first bit of the video out for us? Come on, someone come handle all that fun stuff that we don't want to do.
Editing, who cares? I don't care. I
We
want
too
to
busy.
dab. Good God. Okay, I am going to go in on whatever I just opened up. Let's see. This is missing gold. We're going to go in on some missing gold here that I picked up.
All these missing names make me laugh.
Missing everything. There you
Just,
go.
just for
Beta myrcene, D-limoline, beta caryophyllene, linalool, and alpha humulene for the morning dab. How is Sis doing? How's Sammy? How's Charlie Farm? How you guys doing? What are you guys hitting? Are you guys smoking? Are you hitting joints? What are you smoking on with us this morning? And good thing I didn't really have a guest coming on today, because I would have been embarrassed. The dumb thing wouldn't have started like 3 times and refired and redone all this stuff. And so I am going to put the link out in chat if anybody would like to join us today. Put that out in chat for you. Paste. There you go. Hi, Bingo Lombardi. Good morning. Good morning. Okay. Now I can finally dab. I got all my little things done. We're all ready to go. Drake's headed to a wedding today.
Yes, gonna have to take off around 10:30 between then and 11 and get ready, and we'll see how that goes. I'm definitely gonna be nice. And
so we got 1 hour to rip.
Exactly.
1 hour to rip. Ready to rip. Let's do this.
But don't you think I'm not bringing the travel rig with me?
Exactly.
Weddings aren't safe in the travel rig.
How's our volume today, guys? Am I overpowering Drake again as usual? Or are we okay?
I snuck the little mic up real close this time, so hopefully it's a bit better.
doesn't seem very loud even, but it could be. Let me, my end might be low because my volume's been messed up a little bit. Okay.
So what's
Need
the?
some butane in this torch.
Uh-oh, it'll get you through the one.
It's gonna get me through one dab. All I want is one good dab right now. I've not even dabbed yet this morning.
Appreciate the reminder.
Literally my first dab of the day.
What's the missing gold like? It's got a pretty good array of terpenes in it, but what comes through? Is it more limey, piney?
It's a morning wake up one. It's definitely the one I like.
Got some zest.
Yeah, it's a zest.
Pine in there too? Any pine in there? Can you like pull any pine out of it as well, or is it more just citrus backed?
There's a little bit of pine in there, but I'd say more citrus. But that's okay because that's a waking up for me. Like I like the citruses.
We were talking about it recently, I think yesterday. There was Exodus that we had access to probably 4 or 5 years ago. And I'm pretty positive it was just all outdoor and then being processed into like a live resin shatter kind of product. And they call it Exodus, not Exodus cheese. I imagine it was, but either way, this product was like you're in a pine forest. The specifically the live resin too, when you open the jar, it was almost like pine forest, but then it had like, and I've never been able to identify which candy I'm speaking about. So I still kind of look for it every now and then when I'm in unique places that have kind of more old school and you know, foreign candies. But there's a specific green candy that can't remember what it was like. It was like a gobstopper on the outside, but then when you broke into it, it had kind of like a sugary green live resin looking product inside, essentially, and it was like a little chewy kind of live resin, like if you were to chew on live resin, but if it was sugar, so it actually break down. But it had this really like fake, what I attribute to like greeny, but it's kind of like this pine-esque, citrusy kind of vibe to it. And this live resin was it hit you with the pine up front, and then as soon as you got it on the palate and got like a nice dab in on the back end, on the back of your tongue, it gave that like candy-esque sort of vibe to myself. Cam's probably gonna be like, what the fuck are you talking about? But it gave me that, mainly pine up front though. But then for memory retention, I found it was just the bee's knees. So we were working at Porsche at the time, doing real long days and tile setting. And, you know, it was just great for, you know, first thing, just loading up really well with myself. I need to be medicated all the time to be able to be at my most, I'm at a loss for the word here, but the most useful, you know, the most productive, let's go with. So anyways, it would be great for that in the morning, and then keeping on track. It was just, you know, it could hit it after like an 8-hour day, and it was like restarting a new day again, but not all stoned and out of it and kind of, you know, cloudy and ready to sit down. It was like just ready to get back at it, you know, remembering things you'd forgotten prior. So that was really neat. There was that one, and then a grape god I experienced, and the grape god kind of led to lucid dreaming if you dabbed right in the morning and went back to sleep. But that's a whole nother story. But there was like the couple that I recall specifically because they worked really well with myself for the specific setting that I was in at the time. So that was cool. Like grape god, I really want to grab that again. Find the same plants that produced whatever shatter I had tried, because as I mentioned, the lucid dreaming, it was you wake up a little bit early, set an alarm for like an hour before you're supposed to actually wake up, have a big old dab or whatever your form of ingestion is. And then when I went back to sleep, I'd fall right back asleep, back into, you know, a dream that I could recall. Usually like once you first wake up, go have your dab, you're out of it, and then you fall back asleep. But I would have an alarm for every 10 minutes for the next 30 minutes. And after that first 10-minute increment where I fell asleep and got into this kind of lucid dream, I'd wake up from the alarm, turn it off, remember the dream, fall asleep, fall back into the same dream, not be able to like control it or anything too insane because I never keep dream journals or any of that stuff, but just be able to like be cognizant in it. And then each time waking up, feeling like it's the end of an 8-hour or 10-hour beautiful sleep and just feeling rejuvenated. And, you know, usually when you fall back asleep, that's it. You know, you wake up at 5:30, you're awake as could be, and you're like, okay, just one more hour, and then you get up at 6:30, or you get up at 8, I should say, and you're still tired. So, but yeah, Tara, how was that? How was that dab?
It was good.
Nice.
It was good. I needed that. I was coughing a bit though.
Hopefully, everyone else got to dab or enjoy something instead of just listening to me ramble away about the cultivars I enjoy.
Hello, Red River. Welcome. Hi, Ian. Oh, you're on the premiere screen. Oh, no. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. Maybe I need to shut that one on down over there, Ian. Sorry about that. Darn it. Welcome, John. How are you today? What's up? What's up? Oh, JC, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Remember to have it on live chat, you all, by the way. We're just going to be hanging out for a few minutes for a bit this morning and smoking with y'all. We promised we go live at 9 a.m. Pacific on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Good. I keep wanting to say Sundays, Wednesdays and Saturdays. So we want to make sure that we're here to smoke with you, to have a nice little wake and bake. Start your day off good. Hope you're going to have an awesome week.
How's that OG doing? Red's got to know.
Oh, the OG's doing good. The babies are good. You want to see it, baby? I'll grab one of the babies.
Ooh,
I need to fertilize them. They're yellow.
Uh-oh. It comes with a PSA. Comes with a PSA.
Don't get mad at me.
Yeah, Red, you be nice now.
They're a little on the yellow side. There you go. It's got the one leafers. They're re-vegging.
Oh, look at that. They certainly are.
It's re-vegging.
That plant ain't dying.
It's not dying. I got 6 of them over here still.
Hey, I'm curious for everyone in chat or that's tuning in after, please feel free to comment or hit us up on Instagram or so on and so forth. But if you've got some plants that are still in the ground outdoors, what is your planned harvesting day ideally? What's it looking like this season? Are you going to go longer? Are you going to go earlier? I think here we're having a bit of a, unfortunately, shorter and colder and wetter season. But we'll have to sit back and watch. But right now specifically, it's pretty cold out and looks like it's going to rain soon. And I'm just happy my plants have had a little bit of help along the way. Been using some nice beneficial microbes to populate those leaf surfaces and some, solid diversity throughout the medium. So I haven't had an outbreak yet of any sort of fungus or mildews or bacteria.
I harvested that autoflower. Y'all saw me cut on here. Here's the stick.
Beautiful autoflower you had, yeah.
And here's the jar of weed I got. 2 jars of weed. Haven't weighed it.
Oh, nice.
But they're stuffed pretty full. I pushed it down.
If you shoved it in there, you got yourself a half pound.
Yeah, so I don't know how much I got.
6 to 8 ounces.
I will have to say that, I'm not gonna lie, the trichomes aren't that impressive. Compared to my outdoor crop, autoflowers still have a ways to come. I'm just going to have to say that. I don't smoke flower though. I'd like if someone could smoke this flower, I wish they would test this for me. It would be awesome to have someone smoke and test this flower for me because I'm just curious. I don't think it's going to squish very well. There's really not a lot of resin on there.
It's just enough there to do a small batch of hash, of bubble. You could get.
I don't think it's, I don't know. I almost think that autoflowers are going to be for the smoking consumer, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I'd be curious to see what it.
They're not a hash producer, I don't think. Not yet. Not yet.
And cultivars, right? Certain ones, and few and far in between.
They're just, maybe you're looking for those really long trichome, the bulbous trichomes to stand off those stalks so that they will frickin' fall off on making that hash. Or you want the really big, plump, bulbous trichomes that have the most product in them. And a lot of these trichomes are on these plants. Some of these trichomes I'm looking at, I'm not impressed with some of these cultivars I'm growing this year. I'm going to be honest. And I'm looking at these trichomes, and some of them are the heads are so small and the other ones are so bulbous on some of these other plants I'm seeing. So there's such a big difference between cultivars, and wow, am I really learning my lesson? John says say that Master Kusher looking yummy. Awesome.
Master Kusher.
Yeah. So difference between cultivars. Are we not learning that, Drake, this year?
Oh yeah, just it's a never-ending, ongoing, what should we call it? Lesson. Let's say it's definitely a never-ending lesson. It's so cool to hear about all these different backstories and just the different possibilities. And there's even the general nomenclature of indica sativa and ruderalis, I suppose. And then we've got other things coming up which are neat. Again, I'm stumbling here because I'm at a loss for the word, so shouldn't have even brought it up yet. I'll have to just back away here, but I'll think of it in a second and re-bring it back up. But yeah, it's never ending is a perfect way to say it. Let's see if I can find that.
Master Cushion, Master Cush by Seduction Zone. That sounds good. Good morning, Ginger. How are you, girl? What's up? What's up? Hello, hello, Canadian Cannabis Society. Oh no, you forgot to cover your plant up last night. That's not good. -2. Is that -2 Celsius or -2 Fahrenheit? Sammy's doing final trim today. 24 hours of darkness. Nice. I think it's time for another dab. And I haven't even poured my coffee yet. Ugh. Haven't even poured my coffee yet. Oh, I can't dab yet. I forgot to fill up my torch. Okay, let's try this again. Celsius. Okay.
All right. Without getting into it too heavily, because I just did want to mispronounce it. Just look up Afghanica if you haven't heard of that yet for nomenclature. Afghanica, and then there's just going to be all sorts of different stems go down. But yeah, it's like we said, it's definitely not something that I foresee ending too soon. Robert Clark's books are great too, for going over like the taxonomy and so on and so forth, and just the different histories. And there's a couple of them. There's an older one that so far is better for the images, from what I've seen, even though they've noticed some misnomers that have been edited for the new edition, which is a lot more of a thorough read, but very good.
I was thinking about mushrooms today for some reason. I've got mushrooms on the brain. I got fungus on the brain. People that are have never taken mushrooms, or people that have never microdosed mushrooms, give it a look. Think about it. Not telling people to do things that are illegal in your areas, but it should be legal for everybody around here. It's legal in Portland, and what's legal in one state should be legal for all states and everyone.
Sorry, slurping away unmuted with my coffee. I didn't realize there. But yes, we're also not saying that if you're for the most part, law-abiding, tax-paying, hard-working citizen that's contributing to your community, and yet you find yourself in a pickle where one of these things you're doing is on the other side of that nasty law, well, then you may be able to look back and see if the community feels that you're also in the right, and there could be potential that the citizen is not in the wrong, but the law itself could potentially be either construed in a negative manner or just altogether be unjust. So we do have to stand somewhat as a people when these specific cases come up. But again, disclaimer, we're not saying for anyone to go out there and be doing anything that's frowned upon or illegal. But sometimes that's just a term or a statement, and which isn't always what's actually moral or best. Second coffee and third joint.
I'm just curious. How many buttons did y'all have to click on this morning? Did you see like 1 live, 2 live? I'm just really curious because we had quite the problem starting the YouTube channel this morning. So yeah, it was quite interesting.
Yeah, we had a bit of fun this morning, that's for sure. A little screwing around.
If fentanyl is illegal, maybe cannabis and mushrooms should be too. Oh gosh. Fungus among us. I need another dab. I'm just waiting for this thing to cool down for a little bit. Okay, so the other 2 dabs I have going in on today, we have Cashmore's number. It's got a number behind it. 29 something, 35, 29. There we go. Beta-caryophyllene, D-limonene, linalool, alpha-humulene, beta-pinene. Got that one. And then the other one I got today. And then I'm going back. I'm going to go re-up today. I'm going to go get my 7. This one's Tangy. And my sister Kathy might be receiving a few. I don't know, maybe something like that. Beta caryophyllene, alpha humulene, D-limonene, linalool, alpha biod. What's that one?
Alpha bisolol.
Alpha bisolol. You know what? I have never seen that one on here because I couldn't even say it.
Alpha bisabolol. Again, mispronouncing for sure, but and it's
okay. That is the first time I've noticed that on the
bisabol. Lol.
And I've had Tangy before. Now I'm gonna have to go back and look at Tangy because now I feel like I haven't read that. They said it's upside down. It's not upside down. Okay, so this is what the Tangy looks like. I'll open up, show you guys. Which one should I hit? The Tangy or the K S'mores 29?
Oh, it's just because I was curious. I looked it up. It is sesquiterpene alcohol. It's the constituent of the essential oil from German chamomile.
Oh,
that's pretty cool.
Wow, I didn't know
yeah,
that.
and bisabolol. It is definitely one that is not extremely common, but it's around for sure. It was familiar enough. It's just kind of hard to read on the little package there.
Okay, so here's the K S'mores in this hand. And here's the Tangy in this hand.
S'mores Tangy, please.
S'mores.
Give me some more Tangy.
What shall I do? What shall I do?
Do you ever mix that? A little bit of both?
A little bit of both. A little bit of both. Hit them both. Hit them both at the same time. Hit one and the other. Let's hit one and the other way. I'm gonna hit the K S'mores first. I don't know why I feel like hitting the K S'mores first because of that. You know why? It's that chunkiness in there. That right there, that chunky sugary stuff. That's what I really like to see. I really like to see that in my product. And I'm going to hit that first. That's the K S'mores 29. We're going to go in on that first. And then I'm going to tell you what it's going to feel like. We'll get a nice little dab in. Oh, this is sugared out. Like yeah. Happy, very happy with this one. Very happy with this one. Yep. Smells amazing. Oh, Kathy, hello, sister. How's my sister doing today? And by the way, y'all, I was gonna have y'all post up Instagram links today if y'all wanted to give one another follow and get to know one another on your Instagrams. If anybody would like to post their Instagram link, you can DM to me, or all you guys that are mods in chat. You can all go over and copy your Instagram links and copy everybody's Instagram links and post them on here so we can all give one another follow. Help build the community that way. Let's do this, shall we? Got my dab all loaded up, ready to go. I broke a banger again the other day.
Oh no, did it drop or what?
I just dropped it. Just totally like off the table, whacked it off, and yeah.
That'll do it.
Yeah, right onto the tile floor. I swear, I think maybe I should invest in a banger company at this point. You know, how many bangers am I going to go through in my life? It might be worth an investment for me.
My buddy just dropped his Peak onto my tile floor.
Oh,
Peak Pro.
Did it break?
Just bounced 3 times off the base. I don't know how. I heard like bounce, and then like a light. And I was like, what the? And I look over and there's a Peak on the ground, and I was like, whoa, that's savage.
Wow.
When I say savage, it made me say like 3 times. It was incredible though to hear that just bounce off the ground. And the first one it was like bounce, bounce, bounce. And I was like, oh my goodness. Probably only from 1.5 feet, but still 18 inches straight to tile.
Oh, shit.
Lucky duck. Lucky duck.
Damn. Yeah. Sammy's got a cool rig, Mr. Opal over there.
Yeah, same one. Same one. Went for a bounce.
I think the Puffco, I think, is a really good deal. You know, I've been around the block long enough. I've checked it out. I've checked them all out. I've hit off my friends. I am going to be getting one. I will be getting one. I just don't know when yet.
Kathy, you don't stress test your rigs? No, yeah, you're definitely not supposed to be doing that. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's a stress check for sure.
Remember that was the bee's knees back in the day, the indestructible pipes. And there was the hilarious interview where Buddy just smashes his pipe trying to show everyone how great they are. Not all the times, only one time, but it was good.
Woohoo! That's a heavy hitter.
Yeah, that ghost train I just went in on gave me a proper kicking. That's for sure. I can feel it in the front of my throat, which is odd. I usually get it like in the back top, and like a similar feeling to in the center of the dome.
It went straight up my nostril and then like straight up into here, and it's like a good high. It's a really good high, but it really feels like a more of a, I'm going to sit here and chill. Like it doesn't feel like it's a up and go gooder one for me. But I really like the high. Like if I really needed to chill out, it would be, I think this is going to be a good one, this Cashmore's. So the problem with being able to figure out what you like, okay, I like this one, I like this one, I like this one, I like that one, I don't like this one, I like this one. This one really works for me, right? You finally figure it out. I go back to that store and they only have 3 of them. I need one a week. How's that going to last me?
Well, yeah, and then lots of times it's not guaranteed to be the same batch. So
exactly. So anybody that is out there, you know, that's thinking about these things, that, you know, we need to educate people that the medical market is not working right now. The way they're setting it up, they're hurting all the medical patients in all these states. So everybody that's within the sound of my voice, get involved with your community and get the education out there. Get people to understand this. Start showing them how much product it takes to actually make a concentrate for some people. And these kids needs concentrates. Kids aren't smoking joints. Kids need this shit grown in fields and masses, and they need certain cannabinoids, and they need them extracted in clean ways and economical, feasible ways. It's crazy. Drag you like deep in thought.
Deep and stoned.
Oh, is that what it is?
Deep in the stoned. Yeah, I don't know how many productive thoughts are going on. Maybe 1 or 2, but more just like the game of Pong. Yeah. I think I even missed it one time.
Hey, we could play. You could do that side. I could do this side. Or are you on that side?
First side. So then again, I imagine you're on that side.
I don't know right now. They're stacked on my screen because I can put them in 2. So
stacked. Oh, look at you, all fancy.
Yeah.
Fancy as usual.
Yes, Lobster. Medical is a joke. But you know what? Even though when the rec gets there, it's not a lot of better. Gosh, can I speak some English?
Hey, I could definitely speak to that. When we got the true medical here, like once I shouldn't even say medical. Once we got legalized in Canada, we lost our lounges. We lost the ability to go in and just buy a dab and you know, try out some product. And some places bring a rig, other places make you hit their rig, which kind of sucked, but they would clean it off and so on and so forth. But yeah, we used to be able to go and just pop in and, you know, either pay a minimal fee or not, and just go, you know, dab out a little bit and chill. And as soon as it passed in whatever 2017 or something there, that all frigged off. May have been later than that by a minute, but yeah, it was definitely detrimental in a sense. Made it harder for access, and then we're seeing lots of the different implements where now there's no more checking out any sort of flower. There's not anything for the clients to, or the patients to either or to sample or to test or see. So you're just kind of going in blind, and as Tara's saying, sometimes you can pick something you had before, and if they've got like a crude terpene profile, then you can kind of base it off that. But it's tough, and it makes it not necessarily the easiest to have a repeatable experience.
So also, Salty's asking, so do we like Skittles or no? Yes or no? And AK-47. So see, the problem is with these questions is that I actually have not had Skittles. I think that I grew AK-47, but I don't actually know that it was AK-47, right? And even though you're told that it's this or it's that, we don't actually know that it's this or it's that. And come to find out, there's all of these big ass, huge clones that people are buying and passing around out there that might not even be legit what they're even saying. We found out quite a bit about a lot of stuff going on lately, haven't we there, Drake?
Yeah, and that's yeah, if you're yeah, that's a really common thing around here, is just taking advantage of people that don't necessarily really have a deep understanding of the back end and just working off of hype. So around in BC, there's a lot of specific strains where just everyone seemed to be growing them, but you'd only have like 1 out of 10 farms where you got the flower, and that was what you're looking for. The other ones just have the same name. And that happened a lot, and these people were paying exorbitant amounts for these cuts and crazy amounts for packs and gear. And a lot of the things were like, that's just coming out to the surface a lot more, is tons of these things that are really big names are lots of bag seeds and just herms that are coming from plants that in a sense weren't super stable to start with, and then just working down from there. But it's cool overall. That's why we said there's so much to it, because no matter what facet you really want to jump into in regards to just like the farming or the genetics or so on and so forth, there's really just an endless amount of pathways to go down and information to sit back and listen to.
Yeah. The cultivar, strain dependent, cultivar, whatever you want to call them. There's such a big difference, and even between brothers and sisters and sisters and sisters. And like, if they haven't been stabilized, this is just like, there's so many new things out there, and these people that are breeding, and if they're not stabilizing these seeds and you guys are spending money on these, I just don't want you to waste your money. I guess that's the biggest thing, is I hate when medical people get taken advantage of, and you spend your money on $200,000-$300,000 packs, and you're just trying to grow good medicine. You're not looking for that breeder. You're not looking for that one keeper. You're not looking for you want to grow that one cultivar that's going to be your medicine. So they're sad to say, I just don't believe you can pop beans out there year after year and have that. I just don't believe it. I just don't think it's going to happen. I think you're going to have feminized seed. You're going to have to do your own growing. You're going to have to do your own back crosses. I don't know. A clone. That's why clone, right?
And
Drake, what's your thoughts?
Work year. I think like in general ag, it's like F8s or something like that are the minimum to have, just for stability, which just means crossing and then taking the offspring and crossing and then taking the offspring and crossing and then doing that time and time and time again, and each time selecting for the specific desirable traits, and you're narrowing it down in a beneficial way, which you can narrow things down in a negative way very easily too. But yeah, when you do it properly, like I believe, and I don't know a whole ton, as in I haven't grown it myself or spoken with a whole bunch of people who have done it, but the OG Mr. Green genes, the one that's on with Potent there that has the cherry bomb, that's, I mean, years ago it was like F12 or F13. Things like that, I believe, are well, unlike that one specifically, I believe is quite repeatable. But it's just looking into the sources from where you're getting this, and if you can get it directly from the breeder as opposed to third party, that's some good information we've been given by breeders. Which is, it's the same thing. You're cutting out a middleman. You're cutting out the chance of missing out on what those breeders offer, because sometimes the breeders will say, hey, give away these extras with my stuff, and then sometimes that place will just not do it, or maybe it just won't happen because it's a different deal that the breeder has with that person compared to a one-on-one with you, and then you can get more information from them if the breeder has a specific place you can do that. But yeah, really getting to know the background, and then a good understanding helps, but not everyone has time for that. So then again, it's just going to be trying to find reputable sources for information to figure out who's good and who's not. Because they're like, let's say 5 at least out of 10 of the hot names you hear are probably going to have a lot of not really worked product. It's going to be more just like something that's really hot over here mixed with something that's really hot over there and mixed together, and then just without really going down and working, they will take those seeds that are going to have a lot of variances and sell them for very expensive prices, from $1 to $500 American. And it's like, if something's going to merit hundreds of dollars for 10 seeds or so, it should probably be something that someone's put years or a lot of time into. They're not saying it's impossible to come out with a lot of lines in a season, but you're going to need to have multiple facilities set up very precisely, in which can be managed it's just things that aren't necessarily feasible is what I'm getting at. It's not very likely. So generally the people that are coming out with a couple to a few cultivars every year or few are probably going to have something that's a lot more stable than someone that's coming out with 20, 30 plus strains and cultivars here. But some of those larger places do have big facilities to do a lot more of this, to fit a lot of work into a smaller amount of time. But, do some research. That's the moral of the story.
So I was reading back what Ian wrote. Who grew it makes a big difference in the quality, but that Skittle taste is unmistakable. And when it's done right, it's one of the best tasting strains. Well, cool. There you have it. See? And that's what's cool about having a big community and having all you guys in here and really knowledgeable people. You guys are awesome, because like I said, I've never even tasted it. And the reason I haven't tasted it is because I've never had it in concentrate. It's never been around me in concentrate, so I've never tried it. Another thing I wanted to talk about is let's hit another dab. Good job. Yes, John, good one. I wanted to talk about that because I'm going to go on this other dab, but I wanted to get back to Salty's question. Had I ever hit anything that was not good? So like dabbed anything that was not good. So as far as I think you're talking about something that like really tripped me out, or something that gave me super anxiety, or something like that. I'm assuming that's what your question you're asking. So that being said, no, I've never dabbed anything I've been like, oh God, hold on, I can't hold, like, oh shit, I've never felt like I was going to fall over. I've never gotten freaked out, There was one time that I dabbed a lot. And it wasn't just one dab, it was a combination of a whole bunch of dabs for a good 2 hours. And it was some of the first rosin I had from someone else that had grew it. It was Joshua Steensland. And he gave me a whole gram, just gave it to me. I had no idea what I was even getting at that point. I hit that, and on the way home, I was like, my heart was racing, and I got a little freaked out. I will say that was the only time after partaking dabbing, that was the only time I've ever done it. Dabbing to me, I never normally get there. I don't ever get that big anxiety. I don't ever get that freak out anxiety. Like I can hit a lot, and I do. You guys see me smoke a lot. It just doesn't do. And I've had really good, strong cultivars. So a lot of people at first, it was like, oh, you just never had good weed, right? And I wasn't ill-experienced at first, and everybody's like, oh, you just haven't had my rosin, or you just haven't had my bubble hash. Well, now I have. And no, I still need a lot. Drake, do you have anything to add on that? And I'm going to heat up my bowl. You're muted.
I'd say pretty much the same thing aside from yeah, back in like high school days. I took some like just yeah, this is bad. And this is disclaimer. This is like an overdose on cannabis. This is like the worst comes to worst, and it's still really not that bad. So don't anybody getting scared that doesn't know out there. And then also, it's not advised to do at all. We had just the typical like bottle cap oil. So we're talking like some sort of quick wash oil, black. And I got myself this little vial, little cap. And it was the first time really having it. And I went home, had the house to myself, and we had the old school burners. So I got the hot knives ready, and I cut the bottom of a 2-liter bottle off, and I hadn't done it in that manner before. I'd just done like in a old school, in a schoolyard, like when Buddy brings like a little portable burner in their bag, or like just a torch, and then they torch the knife, and then you go in, you have a little pen or something, or a straw if you're lucky. Otherwise, you're just trying not to burn yourself by inhaling close to it. Don't do this. There's much better ways. This is older, risky shit. But yeah, so anyways, then I brought it home, and I was like, okay, well, I don't need to do such a sketchy thing. I can have the hot knife, and I can put my oil on there, and then I'll have a 2-liter bottle, and then you're inhaling through the 2-liter. So I let the 2-liter fill up, and then I inhaled it really quick. So it's like a bong leader, like a gravity bong, just minus the water, and with some really awful oil that's hit off a red hot knife, so way too high at temperatures. And for like, I've always been chasing the relief with cannabis for sure. Even at a young age, I was already doing all sorts of hard things on my body. So I was in a fair amount of pain, even though slunched over I am. And I did 5 in a row for whatever godforsaken reason I thought was right. And this was like, never really smoking any form of oil before. And yeah, I had a friend come over with his new girlfriend, and by the time they got there, it was like 20 minutes after I had done this to myself. I couldn't speak. There was no speaking involved. They just showed up, and I was just like, I was on the couch, and I just kind of looked, and I was just like, they couldn't really, I think I tried to mumble out like sorry or something. And then it was so funny. My buddy's just like, I swear he's not normally like this. That was like the first thing he said. It was so good. But yeah, and then I just went and slept for hours and had a great time. So that was like the worst of the worst. But yeah, so, that was an experience.
Drake, I wanted to let you finish telling your story, but everybody's saying you have super static sound, and I agree. I unplugged my thing twice, and I was like, "Oh crap, something going on with my stereo."
Oh, thanks for letting me know. I'll do it. This mic is a bugger sometimes, or the computer, or the Canadian.
Does Drake have that blue on order yet? That damn mic. No, now I can't hear you at all.
We'll see. Is that better? Coming in. And yeah, we got multiple mics. This is mic number 2 that just doesn't like to work.
We're good now. Yes, I can hear you. Yay. I was unplugging my shit. I thought, God, am I having back feed on my side? What's going on with my speaker?
No, in our meetings, I get that once every few hours, it'll randomly just do like a crackle. If I unplug it, sometimes most times it'll just fix it. So apologies for everyone out there. Mr. Crackly Crackles over here. I'll take a dab and shut up.
Crackles. Hey, Crackles.
Hey, Crackles.
Okay, we're going to go in on that tangent now, y'all. You ready to light up with me? And then I say, it's like almost 4:20 somewhere. Let's heat up like it's 4:20. Let's hit this dab, and then we'll jump off here, and we'll let Drake get on the way to his wedding that he's got to go to.
Not my wedding.
We'll wish you all a hot, awesome, happy, high, and healthy Saturday out there. Hope you're having an awesome day. I'm going to go out, check on my girls today. I was out taking some pictures. I'm really happy with that tropical moon. There again, I'm bragging about that tropical moon. That's that one in the garden, and the Congo, and the lavender Royale have got to be my favorites in the garden right now. There's a blue dream that is probably my next runner up. I'm really disappointed though in some of my genetics this year. Really kind of bummed, but that's okay. Hey, there's next year, right? Hello, Cheddar Bob. Hello. Hit it hard, John says. Hit it hot. No. Does Drake have, Drake has an 80s side ponytail. Jake has a
Got the
mohawk, kind of.
pop. It's got the pop.
He kind of has a mohawk. Hey, Tribal, how are you? Dip time. Yeah, this one's going to be like, this one will be stronger on my throat, I think. It's I have to say I like to smell the other one better. Case S'mores has got me going more. Here we go. Cheers, y'all.
Cheers, Tara, and everyone. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it as always. Good old spiel of make sure you're on live chat, not top chat. That sneaky chat is filtering out some comments, so that's no good. We appreciate you stopping and getting stoned with us, getting nice and medicated. Make sure to share, like, and subscribe. We always appreciate it. Helps with the community. And if you didn't notice that little link up top, please jump on anytime you're so inclined. We'd love to see everyone's little grows from inside of a computer case all the way up to whatever scale you've got. We want to smoke with you and hear your stories. Why'd you start smoking? When'd you start smoking or vaping or eating? Or even if you don't, what led you over here? Why are you interested in it? Even if you don't partake, we don't really care. We don't discriminate. As long as there's no hate. We only discriminate on discrimination. So we do a little bit, but not very much. But we appreciate it. So come on anytime you like. But I think we're going to be finishing up pretty quick. I know I'm going to be dipping out of here in the next 10 minutes or so. Tara looks like she's getting fully loaded. I see the little, it's like the mana bar and it's going up. She's slowly getting to her peak levels before it fades down. In another 15 minutes, she'll have to take another one. But it's loading up.
That was a good back-to-back dab. Woo! I knew this one is, these ones are a little bit harder on my throat. So I should take them a little bit cooler, but then you don't quite get the dab you like sometimes when you take them a little too cool. Woo! Yep. So apparently Salty's on to YouTube Premium. Or no, Ian's on to YouTube Premium. Oh wait, both you are on YouTube Premium. Never going back. Okay, let's hear about this YouTube Premium. Y'all like YouTube Premium?
Yes, how do you utilize it? What's the best thing about it?
And why? And then are you on Twitch? Anybody on Twitch? Hazard Smurf, 100%. What does that mean?
Liking that YouTube Premium, I bet.
Free weed, free people. Yes, JC, I believe it. Preach it, man. Preach it. I got to mute for a minute. I got to cough.
I'm just getting myself a little wedding medley ready. So far, I've got probably not going to be able to. Oh, actually, it's coming in not horribly. But I've got a little bit of, what was this one? Comatose put on top of some of the Ghost Train. I'm going to add in some of the 91 Crypt, give it a little stir. And that should have me nice and loaded for the whole day. I'll bring my little rig and we'll see how friendly this wedding is. I'd love to have it right at my table, make sure there's easy access. But if the parties aren't so inclined to have a dabber right front and center, I may just go to the car and have a station set up in there just to be polite.
But bingo, you were created. Your parents got together around there. They were trying out. The 80s was a big party. No, I think the 70s. I think the 70s was the big party. They're the ones that fucked it up for all of us. That's why all of the drugs are illegal now. It was that one class that did it. 420 somewhere, y'all. We just missed it. I want to do a quick shout out, and I want to do a video that I watched this week. And let me go find it for you really quick. It's after school. And the school is spelled SKOO. And this is a really good channel that I like to watch. And I think that it kind of, I don't know, kind of helps sums up a lot of things, how I feel. And there you go. The link is in chat for you all. And there was a really good one they had on mass psychosis, money, time, and ego. The latest ones are, let me just share the screen. That would be probably better. Let's just share screen. Share screen. There you go. So the freedom of being nobody, the victim leads to genocide, and secret history of LSD. Those are the last 3 movies I watched, or last 3 movies. The last 3 episodes I just watched the other night when I was having a little bit of insomnia. I would rather watch this than the stupid TV. So there y'all go. That's something I wanted to share with you this week. Drake, did you want to share anything with everybody this week before we check out?
Nope. You just get terrorists. Nothing from Drake.
All right, y'all. We're gonna have Lemon Hoko in here next Wednesday, by the way, and he's gonna be having some breeders come in, and we're gonna be chit-chatting it up with him. Looking forward to that. Which we're chit-chatting it up with him all the time, by the way. If you're not already on Discord, you should be. Everybody should be getting Discord. I'm telling you, it's a really cool thing, and it's free. It doesn't cost you anything. And we have some free information on there for you. Jadam, natural farming information. Drake and I are over there. We can help you and assist you over there if you need anything. It's a very easy way to communicate. It also seems to be like a safer way, not so publicized, apparently cryptid and all that kind of stuff, right, Drake?
Yeah, there's definitely that. And I mean, just like we were saying prior, everyone's got a Discord channel these days. So generally, if you follow someone that's got some form of a channel and you're not privy already, just check it out, because they may have a Discord as well. And then when you're over there, you better come check us out, and then definitely check out the NW47 Discord, in which we're quite active lately. And there's always someone hanging out and chatting about something that's, 80 to 90% of the time grow talk. Otherwise, it's just interesting.
All right, y'all.
Playing around over here.
We'll be back in on Wednesday with Lemon Hoko. Looking forward to that. And we'll be over there on Discord. If y'all want to go hang out on Discord, hit me up. We can all hang out. And we'll see you on Wednesday at 9 a.m. Pacific. Drake?
Thanks for tuning in. Like and subscribe. Share if you're so inclined. Peace and love. Have a great day.
Bye, y'all. Cheers.